All right. We are online. We're streaming. Is that the case? Are we doing that? Is this? Yeah. Okay. Whew. All right. Just making sure that everything is kosher. Fuck, I forgot my green screen. So it's I've been just a lazy piece of shit all day. And I've done nothing, and I ate way too much Wendy's, so I don't feel great right now. But in regards to this iPad, I did find a donor that I think uses... Okay, so this is a Mini 4, and what I'm working on is a Mini 2, but I think they use the same display IC, but I cannot for the life of me find... I cannot find a schematic for the iPad Mini 4. So if you have one, please, I will hit you back. I will give you so many schematics if you can get me a Mini 4 before this stream is over, like a Mini 4 schematic. Because the only thing I could find was one pads file, and it didn't open in pads. So, you know, whatever. But we're gonna... Well, first I'm gonna fix my green screen, and then we're gonna go ahead and rip the display IC off of this Mini 4, and then we're going to try and put it on this Mini 2, and we're going to see how it goes. This could potentially be a super short episode. I hope you can still hear me. I was an idiot and forgot to get my green screen right before I actually hit start streaming, so my bad that I'm stupid. But this episode might be short. In fact, I almost guarantee it will be short, because if the new IC works, then we're done. And if it doesn't work, then I have to order a chip. So there's not really too much flexibility in either direction. But we're going to do it. And it's going to be a great time. Fuck, I don't have a magnet pad for this. Okay. Alright. Get these screws out. I'm not paying attention. So this was... I was doing inventory at one of my stores, and I guess this one, it actually has a bad digitizer FPC, but I guess maybe that was the initial problem, but the customer abandoned it. It didn't have a screen or anything on it, so whatever. So I just decided I'm going to take it and harvest it for this particular issue, because, you know what? Why not? I'm the manager of all of repair, so if somebody wants to get mad in the company about it, I'll have that argument with them. It sat there for 1.5 years. Battery disconnected, and I would love to think that I had the patience to be, like, careful about removing this, but I don't. I'm just going to rip this thing out because I don't care about it. I don't love this iPad. In fact, for the most part, I spend a lot of my time being angry at iPads because their motherboards are glued down. Did my stream just, like, freeze, or is that just on my end here? Okay, that was just on my end. Whoa. Woo-woo. Why did this happen? Did I set... I don't know what's going on with my preview. I hope the chat stays real time. But yeah, I'm just ripping this thing out. I don't give even a small shit about the rest of this board. I just need the display IC to work. And for some reason, since I don't care about this one, removing it was like entirely flawless and super, like, 10 times faster than it normally is on these. So maybe going forward, I'll just give so zero shits about being careful with these, and they'll just pop right out for me. That was the easiest time I've ever had removing or getting the board off of the frame of an iPad mini. So learn something new every day, I guess. I'm probably destroying this dot connector flex, but I don't care. I'm a young gun renegade with nothing to lose and everything to prove. Damn it. So, everybody watching, how are you guys doing today? You just chilling? What is it, Wednesday? You having a good Wednesday? Nice little hump day situation going on. Because I basically just woke up this morning and was like, I'm off. I'm just gonna be a lazy piece of shit, and that is exactly what I did. And it was pretty awesome. And then I was like, you know what? I got all this free time. I'm gonna live stream this iPad board, just on the off chance that this works. Because ordering it, I'm not. Oh, well, I totally just severed that antenna. I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can see that right there. But who cares? The show must go on. What is that, the Wi-Fi antenna, I think? I don't care. All I care about is this display I see. So I'm going for it. What's going on, Christopher? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's actually, I think, 5 o'clock here. No, it's 6 o'clock here. But, you know. So I guess, yeah, it would be 5 o'clock in Arizona? No. Something more east of Arizona. Okie doke. So, first off, I'm going to have to... Yeah, these look like identical. So, this should be a kosher swap, and I'm super excited about that. Let's zoom out so you can actually see things. Alright. Alright. 2 a.m. in Finland. Holy shit. What are you doing watching a guy live stream an iPad repair at 2 in the morning? Should probably turn a soldering iron and my heat gun on. Wrong soldering iron. Boop. Boop. Oh, it turns out after my last live stream, totally left my soldering iron on for like 4 days. So that was fun. But the Hacko has a, like, I think 30-minute auto off, so luckily I didn't burn my house down, but good to see you're making a sign to account for that type of situation, Surfma. I honestly, you know what, I was talking to a couple of people about this iPad when I was at work. Why the fuck is this so off-center? Jesus. But I was talking to somebody. Who was I talking to? I might have been talking to Justin about this specific instance. And I honestly don't think this was your fault. Like, I don't think you blew out the display. I think this was just a really unfortunate coincidence that it happened to go out when you hooked everything back up. Damn it. Okay, let's go ahead. That. Can you see it? Not at all. There we go. Bang. But I honestly, I don't believe that you caused this. Because this isn't really something like a backlight filter. Like, yeah, you totally, that would have been on you. But I really don't think that that's what happened here. Guess I'm gonna have to tin this. Well, the thing about a display thing like this is the amount of times you do it doesn't matter. It's just every time it happens, there's a certain probability that you're gonna mess something up. It's not like it wears it down. It's just, you know, you may or may not fry the shit. But the thing is, there's like 4 things between this FPC and this IC. So I think this may have just been, oh yeah, the bamboozle that's going on with it is it's just straight up no image. Like this, 90. Oh, sorry, I got some ridiculous shit in my work chat just now. It's like I forgot what I was saying. God, my brain is fucked the last couple of days. But suffice it to say, I'm relatively certain that you didn't do this, really. But I don't know. Who's to say? I'm pretty sure that this is the problem, that this repair that I'm doing right now. But I also have no guarantee of that. I could be wrong about what's wrong with it, but we shall see. I sure wish I had stolen gloves from my other job while I was there. Because I really hate not wearing gloves while I'm working now. Come on now. Come on off of here. There we go. What the hell? Oh wait, am I grabbing the wrong IC? Am I just stupid as hell? Well, you can feel free to go with the idea that you fucked it up, but I think you're wrong, and you can feel okay about yourself. Let's see, iPad mini to Retina. Blah, blah, blah. I really feel like I was pulling the wrong IC there, because I totally didn't pull up the schematic when I started working on it. Okay, so yeah, U2200. So that's totally it. It's a weird IC though, but I guess it is only like an 8 conductor, so. Alright. So, I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to set him someplace I won't forget him. Right there. Gotta remember that this is not the board I am fixing. Okay. And so actually, let's real quick, we're gonna get to a flat spot on this. I want to take a look at what the bottom of this ship looks like, because this is kind of a weird one. Oh, my tweezers are sticky from flux. So yeah, so this is just like a little 6 conductor thing. Man, I refuse to believe that that's a display IC. I really, like I've said in the past, I don't mess with image lines on iPads a whole lot, and this just feels really weird. U2200. Sorry, I'm pulling this up in the schematic real quick. I'm trying to make sense of it. Yeah. Yeah, this is like an LCD power IC. So, you know, we're going to swap it out. We're going to see what happens. And we will go from there. And soldering this thing on is going to be kind of a trip, because it's not like you re-ball this component. I'm just going to tin everything and then put it on there. And we're going to see how it goes. Okay. So yeah, these look like they're the exact same component, so that's cool, but appearances can be deceiving, so I'll just have to keep both ICs, and then if this one works, dope, and if it doesn't, then the other one comes back on. So I'm going to keep this guy someplace where he won't get bumped. So almost specifically for streaming, I got a new e-cig, and it's like the size of a credit card, and it's super handy. All right. So here is that. And my dot needs to be top right. Dope. So I'm gonna tin this. I wonder. Yeah, that's gonna need some flux. Okay, and this soldering iron tip is just the wrongest, but whatever. Make it work. Okay. And get some of that nice, delicious lead on it. Delicious lead, it's good for your health. This is kind of especially hard because we got this jagged piece of the frame right here. Just kind of fucking up my shit. And that looks... In the high resolution image on the camera, it looks real snowy. I don't know how it actually looks for you guys, but it's kind of hard to tell what you're looking at on my camera preview. The flux kind of help. And just pick up this little duder. And we're going to set him down here. And I'm going to, try and do a better job of aligning him here. Okay, and I did do the absolute laziest job of cleaning up that pad on the left. So it's not sitting exactly flush right now, but it should be good if I crank down my airspeed to 35 and melt all that solder. Here we go, money. Oh shit. Come on, there we go. And attach, and we're gonna give it a little jiggle. And I want to see that last leg good, and I think we are set. So, gonna let that cool down for a second. And if all goes as planned, problem solved, we're good. So, let's cool that down. I'm watching on the camera to see if I blow any components entirely off this board, because that's a possibility. Like I said, kind of taking this day to just be a lazy piece of shit. I mean, I still do clean board work, but taking a shortcut right now because this was a relatively easy IC to change. Alright. How hot is it? Still extremely. Okay. I think we're cool enough. Let's get us a screen on here. And shit, while I was at work, I totally forgot to get a digitizer. But that shouldn't be a big deal. Is that in all the way? There we go. And if I remember correctly, this battery was at like 40%, so let us see. I'm trying to remember, there was something weird about tweezing this button. I can't remember what it was. There we go. Okay. So, as before, we've got the Apple logo. We're just gonna relax right here and wait for that to do its thing. I'm taking a nap back here while we wait. 'Cause I'm sleepy. Please, Jesus. I hope this shows an image. However, it is showing the Apple logo, which is a super good sign that this chip is compatible. So that's a neato burrito. I'm pretty excited about it. And nothing. Okay. have backlight? No, we still got nothing. Let's see here. Because since I have a donor board with a compatible image circuit, trying to see if I can see an image in it at all. Huh. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. So, gonna have to try some other avenue here. That's fucking shitty. So let's find out. Because I spent a huge amount of time testing everything else in this circuit. So I'm trying to understand what's failing here. Let's switch to schematic-y view. And transition, boop. Okay. So let's try some of these data EMI, but I don't think they actually point anywhere. Yeah, because I tested all these filters, and they're good. But there are inline capacitors with them. C2247. And I do believe that I tested all of these too. Like, I just want to understand where the failure is here. So let's switch back to the uppy closey. And I gotta pull that schematic back up. C2247. Because I guess it's theoretically possible that these were blown, but like the odds are so low. But again, super excited that I have a donor board that looks like it should work. So okay, now these are good. 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 What is that? That is L1700? Yeah, so that's supposed to be... That's supposed to be. Shit. J2201. Okay. Alright, we're gonna attack this a new way. So, if you plugged it in with the battery still hooked up, okay. EDP, HPD, EMI. Okay. HPD, EMI. Let's see where that goes. L2240. So we've tested that one. We've tested that. We did that. L2240. But we'll do it again. We'll just fucking look at it. We'll just fucking do that. And it is the third. So it's good. K. And C2260. Where are you? You are under there. And you are good. So then, what's happening? Something is not working. Okay. If you guys have signed up for an iPad that's going to make me devolve into a state of dementia, I suppose, we're going to check all of these motherfuckers for shorts to ground, I guess. Because I don't have ZXW right now to check any diode values. Let's start with here. I will switch to scope cam. And we're going to go down the connector. Hold the phone. I don't want these to be bridged. Even though they're not really, these little situations kind of freak me out. And these things that I'm clearing out are purely from me just dragging tweezers across these leads to see if any of the pins are loose. So if you do that, just keep that in mind. Normally they're too high resistance to make a difference, but you never know. I've seen solder balls wreak some havoc before, so anything can happen. You know, like your image circuit just going out in a way that nobody could predict. Alright, so let's make sure that we have our orientation correct. We're gonna beep that. That should be ground. That one should not be. Okay, so I'm gonna check each pin for a connection to ground. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one's good. Okay, nothing else should be connected to ground on this side. Okay. One that is correct. Correct. That one is correct. That one is correct. And that one is correct. Okay, so these are kosher. Let's check continuity here. Man, these leads are bullshit. Not sharp enough. There we go. There we go. Cool. 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 Okay. All right. Okie doke. Where is my nicotine at? Where did I put that? There it is. Okay. Did I check 2291 right here last time? Or 2290? I don't think I checked this logic gate. Oh wait, does that just straight up not exist? Is that a no stuff? Yeah, I think this doesn't actually exist on here. Let's see if it's on the other board. Yeah, that's a no stuff. Let's see. Okay, and this is where the circuits get a little bit different. That's our filter. I guess I could check that again. And shit. So where would R2290 be if it existed? Yeah, so those are just entirely absent. I don't want this to be a PMU or a PMIC issue, but I can't really guarantee that it's not. Where to put my tweezers? This is really like off looking, but whatever. Does anything else look weird? No. How about this guy? But. This is a whole situation, man. What even is U1300? Oh wait, that's TriStar. Why didn't I look at that? Okay. Okay. Alright. Well, we're just gonna keep back tracing lines. Okay. More drugs. Did I? You know what? I think there was a line that I didn't check here. Nope. Totally checked that line. Let's see. 2233. Where are you? Okay. Okay. There just has to be some random, like, just one random component that doesn't make sense that it would fail, that has failed, and I just am having so much trouble finding it. What the hell is that? What is that one? That's L2201. This is giving me the vapors. Q8123, what are you? Critical. Okay, so this is USB reverse voltage protection. It's a big ass MOSFET. None of that plays into our display though. So that's fun. Hold on. Check out these schematics with me. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna take this and we're gonna hook a screen up to it. Hooray. We're gonna power it on, and then we're gonna pop the screen, and we're gonna measure what voltages we have at the connector. So we will once again switch back to... Shut the fuck up. Okay, so we got Apple logo, and we're gonna pop it. Boop. And we're gonna measure us some voltages, and put that in voltage mode. And Jesus Christ, I need to hurry. Okay. And a ground point and voltages. So yeah, pretty sure we're getting like no voltage on main, but I don't know if that's a consequence of, yeah, like 0 volts. What is this? Okay, we're getting 3 volts there. 3.8. Okay, and that voltage should be L2200. That is backlight reg A. I feel like that voltage should be higher. Also, there was no voltage at the connector. on VCC main LCD. So L2201, where were you? You're right there. So we should be getting voltage at that point also. It's too late now because I think it's fully booted and the screen is off, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're still in voltage mode, and that's gonna be this boy right here. Okay, so that's 1.3 volts. Now let's short the screen on. I think that did it. It's hard to tell. Okay, so 4 millivolts. And again, okay, come on now, 83 millivolts. It's hard, without a screen connected, it's hard to tell. So at 95 millivolts, and fucking this asshole right here. What are you at? 3 volts. And then still 3 volts. This value should be changing. 6 volts, 3.8 volts. Oh. I really wish I had just like more experience with the earlier iPad backlights, because it's really frustrating. Like if this were a chestnut in like a 6 or a 6S, I would have so much more of an idea of what to look for as far as like telltale signs are. Let's see, L2200 should be the LED. LED reg, boop. Yeah, so this is the backlight boost. So that should probably be way higher than that value. Where is this coming from, though? Let's see where back comes from. You probably wouldn't mind seeing what I'm staring at right now. Okay, back reg A. That's an input. Cool. It doesn't really do a good job of explaining where these voltages are coming from. PV LED out A. So that is coming from U8100, which I do believe is the PMIC. And what does it have to go through? So 8254. Okay. So VCC main LED should be VCC mains voltage. That would make sense to me. But it's part of a boost, so it should be higher. Fuck, man. let's see. And I'm pretty sure a bunch of these are like the same net, just like with a different name. Yeah, so VCC main LED should be the same voltage as VCC main LED. But PP LED reg, the only thing it comes from is this spot right here. Why do they make this like this? Come on. Let's find every LED related thing. But this is more than a backlight issue. This is an image issue. So I feel like hunting a backlight specific thing is going to be a misstep. And I was getting nothing for voltage on this. So let's say PPVCC main LCD SWCon. So something might be grounding out this line, but I don't think so because I'm pretty sure I already checked that for grounds. But we can always check again. Why not? So this is coming out of like 5 pins in this thing. I think it's just not getting voltage. I don't think it's shorted to ground, but we're gonna give it a shit. I'm wondering if diode mode would be a smarter way to test this, but yeah, let's do that. 0.57. Okay. So each of these pins is getting the same line resistance. We're good there. Okay. All right. Having a bad time with this. Okay, see if there's anything else on here that I need to look out for. There's J2201. And then U2200, which I have replaced. Let's see if C2241 is shorted. It's a party. God, I hate this fucking schematic. Okay, C2241. I'm pretty sure I've already checked this thing like 90 times, but you know what? It's time to live a little. I gotta live my best life. This is still in diode mode, which is fine. 0.54, that doesn't seem horrifically low. Okay. So let's see what else we got. R2205. So the reason I'm checking all of these components, I guess, yeah, like, this thing is weird. And mark the components you've checked. Yeah, I should do that. In fact, what I should do is, normally I don't print it out. What I'll do is, on my iPad Pro, I can edit schematics directly, and I'll normally mark off what I've checked, and then parts that I think are interesting or need to be checked. And what I've done is not do that this time. Because in my soul, I really believed that this was going to be super straightforward. Even after I found out it was a no image, I really, really thought it was going to be U2200. But for the uninitiated, the reason I'm checking all of these random components is if any one of these is related to, like, regulating the logic of this chip itself, especially since it's such a low number of conductors. Any one of these throwing off the logic can bork the whole thing. The fact that this shows the Apple logo is really what's kind of killing me about this whole situation. Again, with this thing not being readable when zoomed out. Okay, R2205. And this one is serial in its net, so I think I should be able to just test it without removing it and get a reasonably good idea of whether or not it's good. I also am just so sure that I've checked this component already, but here we go again. Okay. And you know what? Actually, this component might be our issue. Which would be stupid, but so I'm gonna bust out this schematic again. It should be 100K. Should be a 100K resistor. And which side? Does this have a low side to ground here? Yeah, so this is a pull down resistor, I would assume. So one side is ground, and the other side is the hot side. And if I measure it, it is 74K. It's really hard to get my leads in here in a respectable way. Nope, you know what? This resistor's fine. 102K. Fuck. Okay. Alright. You know what? I haven't tried the triple three finger thing because I don't have a digitizer. I'm going to take this to my day job tomorrow and attempt that. I am so certain that that's not the problem. You know what? If that ends up being the problem, I'm going to be angry. Not angry. I'm going to be overjoyed, honestly, but shocked and appalled. C main LCD. C2240. So that one should not be closed. So let's see if it is. Okay, so that one's good. Wonder if this is a dumb idea, but I'm going to measure the capacitance of this right now to see what is it supposed to be. Come on with this. C2240, 0.1 microfarads, and I'm testing this on the board, so this is not accurate at all. Oh, but it's actually right about 0.1 microfarads, so that's cool. And then what was the other one? 39? C2239? For a minute there, I thought this was like, I was looking at it, it looked like it was in an empty spot. And I was like, man, missing that capacitor will sure fuck the shit up. Okay, and this is the top boy. That was a really weirdly solid beep. I might replace this because there's nothing else in its line with it, and it is reading really, really low capacitance. Like real low. Again, not holding out a whole lot of hope for that, but we'll give it a shot. Where did that other board go? Okay. And that is that boy right there. So... Come on now. Why didn't I use my curved tweezers? I'm burning the hell out of my hand right now. Okay. I don't even know what you guys can see right now. Haven't been paying attention. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm real bad about flipping the camera. Okay, so even though I don't have a whole lot of hope for this either, I'm gonna replace this capacitor, and if that doesn't work, then I'm gonna fucking stop the stream, and I'm gonna get a digitizer, and then we're gonna try this triple finger tap thing, and if that's the problem, then I just don't even know what to do with my life anymore. Okay. So that boy's gone. This already turned itself off. We're gonna use a real sharp conical soldering iron tip here. Ugh. More flux. Oh. I need to get a metal needle tip for this 2 of flux. Tin it, 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 tin it. Okay. And get this little cappy boy. And place him thusly. And he is rolling around and my hand is shaking. Cool. And heat him up. And give him a place to live. You guys see? Yeah, it's kind of where my tri-knock thing is. It makes it hard to see when I'm using hot air, and that bothers me about this scope. But we're gonna get through it. Come on with this. There we go. And he is in. Okay. And now we wait for it to cool down. Cool down. Oh, also, I don't think I really need to mark on a schematic anymore what I've checked, because I have checked everything involving the backlight and the image, except for the PMIC, I guess. But I just really don't think that's the problem. Then again, I thought I knew what the problem was, and I didn't. I was wrong. So I just don't know anymore. It seems like every repair I choose to live stream ends up being a really, really bizarre rabbit hole type thing. Like all of the, because I do boards literally every day, and my percentage of ones that I have a huge amount of trouble with is relatively low. Like, I do it all the time, but whenever I decide to live stream one, it's always some insanity, and maybe that's how I'm choosing them. I'm like, oh, this problem seems interesting, I'm gonna live stream that, and then it is always something super interesting and bizarre. But it's kind of making me feel bad about myself, because the only repairs that I have documented are ones that I have a huge amount of trouble with. It's getting to me. It's making my brain hurt. Because I do board work like 8 hours a day, 6 days a week. Once again, what I just did, I have very little hope for, but we'll see what happens. Maybe this works. I'm also gonna be real mad if I find out like it was the FPC connector on the LCD or something that had a loose leg. Like one of those things that you just never think to check until you've checked everything else. Okay. And we're gonna jump that power button. Or are we? Come on. Okay. Apple logo. This is the part that fucks me up. Like, why? Why? I don't feel like holding it up in front of the camera right now. If you see a look of despair and pain on my face, that means it didn't boot. Wait, Surfma, are you still in here? Yeah, nothing. No dice. Are you still in here, though, Surfma? Because if you are, I have a question. if you're not, I still have a question, but I will have to ask you in a message, I guess. Let's see if this shows up here, because I'm pretty sure that this was showing up in iTunes. I can't remember which computer I had this plugged into. Do I have 3U on here? No. What is this plugged into? I can't remember where I plugged this. Let's see. Okay. Where is my charging iPhone cable? Are we charging? Yes. Is anything getting warm? Are we getting a temperature change? Anything? Lord. Dear God, it's me, Margaret. Because, okay, so the one time that this did work, I had just plugged in the screen and then the battery, but when I plugged in the screen, it felt weird when I plugged it in. Like, it didn't feel like it went all the way in or something. So I'm wondering if what we have is a physical connector problem. Okay, so what I've done is, and the Apple logo is exactly like it was before, but this connector right now isn't pushed all the way down, which is kind of weird to me, but I don't know. That's all I really have to go on at this moment. Nope, nothing. Okay. Wearing me down, man. And, like, this is the correct LCD, right? Like, that's another thing I just straight up don't have is another LCD to verify that it's not an LCD issue. Is that a charging coil? Okay. So I'm just poking around. It's very likely I'm about to just stop streaming now because I'm going to take this to work with me, and we're going to try a digitizer on here. We're going to try another LCD if I can find one, and that'll probably give me a better idea. Because the way this issue is presenting itself is super weird. And I just don't know. I don't deal enough with, like I said, like anything before like the iPad Air or the Air 2. I don't do a lot of board work on iPads in general, but specifically the image and backlight circuits in the older ones is a little bit foreign to me. So I'm going to try different parts and see how that goes. Maybe if I ended the stream it would get fixed, like it would just work all of a sudden if I just ended the stream. I doubt it. I don't know. I'm just really struggling with what other parts, because I'm sure there's other parts of the image circuit that I'm not dealing with that I should look at. But this is everything right here, and I've checked every one of these. Let's see, LED IO. What do you guys connect to? I mean, I don't really see the point in making sure it's something that I can fix before I do the stream. I I don't know. I mean, I'm not worried about what you guys think about my abilities. It's just bothersome to me. It's just a weird coincidence that this always happens on the ones I stream, because I don't know, it's just a weird thing. But yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's also just generally been like a really rough couple of weeks for me, and my brain is just not where I need it to be. But this actually is like a super weird issue. Like this, I don't really know where to go besides the PMIC on this one, and I don't really know how the PMIC would go out from this situation that has happened. Sorry, I'm like trailing off right now. Yeah, I'm gonna stop streaming. I'm gonna poke a couple of people's brains about this, because I know a couple of guys that do a lot more iPads than I do. So I will pick a couple of people's brains here and then see what they have to say about it, and I'll go from there. And like I said, I'm gonna try a new LCD, and I'm gonna try this 3-finger tap trick, and if that works, then I'm just gonna crawl into a hole, because I could have solved this whole issue if I had just grabbed a digitizer while I was at work the other day. But all that said, thank you for watching. You guys are dope. I'm gonna sleep for like 14 hours and then try and recover from my last couple of weeks. I love you. and have a good one.